Hello all. In this video I am going to explain the same problem that we did in the last video, but here in this method I am going to use it without using any, I am going to solve this without using any complex poles. Okay, so in that case you have to understand that there is also another shortcut method also to solve this, but for that shortcut method you have to be well versed in all the Laplace transform formulas. For example, if you want to solve this kind of a question, alright, if you use complex poles, if you solve this problem like the last video, if you solve it using complex poles, then you will get your answer very quickly. But finally you have to include some more steps in order to get the final answer. Okay, but here in this video I'm going to explain a shortcut method, but for that method you have to remember some basic formulas of Laplace transform. That is, we all know that the Laplace transform of cos ohms 0 t is nothing but s by s square plus ohms 0 square, right? Here ohms 0 is the constant. Okay, so in that case I can say that the Laplace transform of e raised to minus 80 cos ohms 0 t. This is basically called as frequency shifting theorem, right? The frequency will be shifted. Here the frequency is s, so s will be shifted by how many times? By, here it is e raised to minus 80, so s will be shifted by plus a times. So that means all you have to do is replace every s with s plus a. So here there is s, so it will become s plus a. Here also there is s, so it will become s plus a the whole square. Okay, this is one equation you need to remember. The other equation is Laplace transform of sine ohms 0 t is nothing but ohms 0 by s square plus ohms 0 square. In that case, then I can also remember that the Laplace transform of e raised to minus 80 sine ohms 0 t is nothing but replace s with s plus a, right? So here only s is already over here, only over here. So this is more than enough. So ohms 0 by s plus a the whole square plus ohms 0 square. Okay. So the thing is, if these kind of questions come for the exam, okay, and if complex poles, if you and if you cannot remember these formulas, then you can solve this problem using complex poles that we did in the last video. Okay, another shortcut method is that you can use these two formulas to get your answer very quickly, right? So to get this answer, all you have to remember that here also you should learn to write this equation in this format, right? Learn to write this equation in this format, and also you should remember that if you can see here very carefully, the numerator over here must be the same as the denominator in this term, right? The numerator in this term must be exactly the same as the denominator in this term. That means if here it is s plus 5, then here also it should be s plus 5. If here it is s plus 3, then here also it should be s plus 3. Likewise over here also. Okay, so if you can remember these two formulas, then you will be able to solve this without spending too much of time. Okay, the only thing is that you have to learn to solve it using coefficients. You have to find the values of the coefficients. So let's do this problem using this method. Okay, using these two formulas. So let's see how we can do this problem. So in that case, I can factorize this x of s not in the terms of complex poles, but rather I can factorize this in terms of an polynomial equation. So this will become a by s plus 1 plus, so now I'm not going to factorize this directly. Okay, I'm not going to factorize this directly. So what I'm going to write is, I am going to write the coefficients of this factor. So it will become bs plus c by s square plus 2s plus 2. Okay, here the reason why it is bss plus c is because I have not factorized this polynomial. This polynomial cannot be factorized directly. So what I did is that I have written the coefficients of this polynomial as such. Okay, and here the degree is 2. So if the degree is 2, then the degree of the numerator coefficient polynomial must be minus 1. The degree of the denominator minus 1. So here the degree is 2. So here it should be 1. So the image should be bs plus c. Here if it is s cube, then here you should write bs, it should be bs square plus cs plus d. Okay, so here it is s square, so the degree is 2, so here the degree must be 1. 2 minus 1, 1. So you express this polynomial in this factor. Then what you need to do is you need to find the value of a, b and c. Okay, the value of a you can be found easily because it has the complete factor over here. Here s is equal to minus 1, so the value of a is equal to, here the denominator is s plus 1, so remove s plus 1 from here and write the remaining question. You will get 2s plus 1 by s square plus 2s plus 2 when s is equal to minus 1, and you will get the answer as, here it is minus 2 plus 1 minus 1, and here it will be 1 plus 1 minus 2 plus 2, which is will be equal to 1, so the answer is minus 1. Okay, so likewise now you need to find the value of b and c. Okay, you cannot find the value. That is the disadvantage of this problem. Okay, here finding the coefficient will take a little bit more time. Here you won't have time to find, you won't spend that much time in finding the coefficient, because when you found one coefficient, then the value of the when you found one coefficient, then the value of the other coefficient is nothing but the conjugate of this coefficient. So you don't have to spend too much time in finding the value of the coefficients, but here you have to spend extra time to find the value of the coefficients. So let's find the value of the coefficients. Here x of s is equal, so here x of s, here the numerator, let me write the numerator. The numerator is 2s plus 1 is equal to a into s square plus 2s plus 2 plus bs plus c into s plus 1. Okay, here I already found the value of a. The value of a is minus 1, so this is nothing but minus s square minus 2s minus 2 plus, cross multiplying this, it will become bs square plus bs plus cs plus c. Okay, so now I am going to group each and every term with respect to the power of s. So first I will start with s square, so it will be minus 1 plus b. These are the only two terms as having s square, so minus 1 plus b, plus now the coefficients of s is, I take s common, it will be minus 2 over here. Here there is a b plus b and plus c. Okay, and now the coefficient for s raised to 0, that will be minus 2, then it will be plus c. This is how I write. So here the coefficient of s square is 0, the coefficient of s is 2, and the coefficient of s raised to 0 is 1. So here the coefficient of s square is 0, here the coefficient of s square is minus 1 plus b, so which means minus 1 plus b is equal to 0, therefore b is equal to 1. Okay, and here if you look, now if you can take any one of these two coefficients, Okay, let me compare this coefficient. Here the value of the coefficient of s is 2, and here the coefficient of s is minus 2 plus b plus c. So therefore I can say that minus 2 plus b plus c is equal to 2. I already found the value of b is equal to 1, so it will become minus 2 plus 1 plus c is equal to 2, or in other words c is equal to 3. So now I found the value of the coefficients. Okay, so therefore my x of s is minus 1 by s plus 1 plus b is 1, so it will become s, and c is 3, so it will be s plus 3 by s square plus 2s plus 2. See, the value of a is 1, the value of b is 1, the value of a is minus 1, the value of b is 1, and the value of c is 3. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this term. Okay, so now I'm going to apply this equation, okay, in this factor. this equation. But here you can see the numerator s plus a must be the same as the denominator in this term, s plus a the whole square. Okay, so first I'm going to convert my given denominator, this factor, in this format. Okay, in this format. And that I have said in the last class how to do it very easily. Just look at the first two terms and then complete the equation. Here it will be minus 1 by s plus 1 plus s plus 3 by, this can be written as s square plus 2s plus 1 plus 1. That's how it looks like, right? So see, because s square plus 2x plus 1 is s plus 1 the whole square. In other words, I can write this as minus 1 by s plus 1 plus s plus 3 by s plus 1 the whole square plus 1. Okay, or I can say plus 1 the whole square. Alright, so I have now written this in this format. So what I need is this factor to be the same as this factor. In other words, here it is s plus 1, so here also I need an s plus 1. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to write minus 1 by s plus 1 plus, this will become s plus 1 plus 2 by s plus 1 the whole square plus 1 the whole square. Or in other words, this can be written as minus 1 by s plus 1 plus s plus 1 by s plus 1 the whole square plus 1 the whole square plus 2 by s plus 1 the whole square plus 1 the whole square. Okay, so this is nothing but s plus a by s plus a the whole square plus ohm 0 square, right? And here if I take 2 common out, okay, if I take 2 common out, it will become 1 by s plus 1 the whole square plus 1 the whole square. Okay, so this is nothing but s plus a by s plus a the whole square plus ohm 0 square. This is nothing but ohm 0 by s plus a the whole square plus ohm 0 square. So now if I take the Laplace inverse, then this will become the Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 1 plus the Laplace inverse of s plus 1 by s plus 1 the whole square plus 1 the whole square plus the Laplace inverse of 2 into Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 1 the whole square plus 1 the whole square. Okay, so the Laplace inverse of this is nothing but e raised to minus t u of t plus, here as I said, this is nothing but s plus a by s plus a the whole square plus ohm 0 square. So this is the Laplace inverse of e raised to minus t cos t u of t. Okay, plus 2 into, this is nothing but ohm 0 by s plus a the whole square plus ohm 0 square. So this is nothing but e raised to minus t, here a is 1, so e raised to minus t, and here it will be ohm 0 is also 1, so it will be sine t u of t. Okay, so if you can see, this is the answer you got from this, and this is the answer you got from this previous step. You see, so if you can compare these two problems, the one that you did before and the method, if you compare the two methods, you can see that this method is much more easier, but provided you have to remember this equation, and you also should understand how to make this into this format. Okay, you should learn how to make this format into this format, right? So this is basically, you are not using complex poles, but rather you are using these two equations. Okay, so this method you can use as long as if you remember these two equations and keep them in your mind. Okay, likewise there's also other two equations, that is Laplace transform of e raised to minus 80 cos h ohm 0 t is also there. That also you should remember, right? Laplace transform of e raised to minus at cos h ohm 0 t is nothing but s plus a by s plus a the whole square minus ohm 0 square. Likewise, Laplace transform of e raised to minus at sin h ohm 0 t is nothing but ohm 0 by s plus a the whole square minus ohm 0 square. So that those two equations also you should remember. If you can remember those two equations, then you can solve these kind of questions using these kind of equations, which will take lesser time. Okay.